take and we'll put the tube right in the hole, make sure that the tube right in the hole. We'll put the light pole right in the hole, make sure it fits. Had to do some carving for that. Now we'll solder the resistors back on and the ground wire back on. Makes it a little easier to connect it with a bigger wire. And as you can see, using white glue to glue them into the ceramic post or the plaster post. I used a 4mm by 4mm square plastic styrene tube to help me get the wires down through the layout, seeing how it's a 2-inch piece of foam with a 1/2-inch piece of plywood. Worked pretty slick. The resistors snugged right into the 4mm tube and it worked out pretty slick. So a little tip for you: as we work right through, it goes just like butter. Parquet, butter, whatever you prefer. Now they're not set to height yet. We use the rest of the plaster from the pillars to make the concrete or the asphalt driveway, parking lot. Put in a little curb right there by the last post. Help direct water in the parking lot, just for eye viewing. They have not been glued into place yet. Now we're going to get ready to wire up the terminal block. For whatever reason, I chose to put the black on one side, all the jumper wires on one side of the block terminal, and all the red on the opposite side of the block terminal. I use these just because some of the lights may need a little more slack in their reaching ability underneath the layout. So what we do is we end up cutting one of the blocks off and using the extender wires here to extend out to reach. It works pretty slick. Now here we have our stone gray and our slate gray Woodland Scenics pigment or liquid pigments, and trying to go from one end to the other without stopping in the middle, otherwise you make stop marks. And as you can see there, I need to go the opposite way just because of the stop marks. So we give it a little more darken of a color with a couple of coats, and we'll go through and make sure we get the walls that are going to show on the outside of the building. For whatever reason, I had a patch of white that just would not take any pigment, so we worked around it and recognized and adapted, and we colored it and colored it and colored it, and she took some, but it's like they really walk in that area, so it wore it off quickly. As we use black pigment from Woodland Scenics to color the driveway, we'll need a little stronger strength down here. I think I got some glue on it and it just didn't want to take, because once you seal plaster you cannot color it. As we go around the poles, making sure we get all the white, lifting the poles up so we're not coloring them too bad. Here's my gauge for judging the pole distance. We do it by eye and the light on the front of the cab. So they're all set, and here we are, a finished scene for some aspects of it. Still need to do the track for ballasting, and here we are at that, ballasting up all the track, getting ready for the placement of the building. So once I got all the ballast in, then I went and added some bigger talus, as you could call it, more stones. And as this is a staging yard slash waiting yard for the trains, either to pick them up to use them or for the fix 'em up shop to fix them, so no need for green grass or anything like that. As you see here, we're adding the bigger stone, picking out the very large stones. As we go along, we'll seal all the ballast right in and all the rest of the stones right in. The mayor has shown his presence to see if everything looks good and wanted to know if we added in those shots. Here we are with a finished scene, and let me tell you, this is one beautiful scene that we have created here on EthynVille. No gate, just the fence, as you can see there, and I cover it with a picture of a railing that I made out of the 24 gauge wire that is right up front by the garage door. Here we have the trucks parked by all the light poles, a little car with a guy standing on there, and if he wasn't standing on a platform, he would be in correct height to the railing and the door. As you can see there are the stairs that I made out of the plaster and put a little handrail there. Having a little scene up front. You can see the green light I make. Kind of looks like the Woodland Scenics, but it's out of the bead department at Walmart and a 24 gauge wire. The night scene. Why it shows up blue in the camera, I don't know. Lights on, lights off. Lights on, lights off. Little skit here on how I made the stairs. There's the hand railing, all made out of 24 gauge wire. And there it is. Absolutely happy with the way this came out. I want to thank all you guys for checking out the channel and watching the video and taking time out of your lives to watch my bonehead brain pull out some videos. Here we have the lights on in the parking lot. And there's my light. Looks pretty good. And we see on the inside we've done some interior decorating. A little big old passenger truck bogie I painted up and weathered, stuck it inside. Now with the lights on in the building, you can really see the detail. There's the bogie, or the truck, whatever you want to call it, with some golden chain. Comments, likes, subs, shares are all welcome. Thanks guys. Check us out. EthynVille Bro 420. Tune in or tune out. Either way, we appreciate you. thumbs up if you like it.